titanium. Shoot me down and I won't fall. Yo, 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 boys. France versus Sweden. Are you ready? Alright, we're making some packs real quick. 1 second. Barcola. Alright, Dupe storage is filled. Can we do 23 items? Perfect. Pull those. Alright, let's do 3 more League SBC runs. Except for this stream, grinding alongside of you. Hey, appreciate it, brother. Yeah, we'll hop on in a second. We're just on Foot Giny right now. Alright, we're back. Alright. Score predictions. I'm saying France wins 3-1. 3-1. Upamecano. For instance, 2-1 extra time. Shoot me down and I won't fall. All right, 1 second. I'm titanium. I am titanium. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Alright, we're going to spam a bunch of tradable packs. Get our club to a good spot. Ah, it's full. Serena Williams lost. L. Usman Dembele. Who's scoring for France? Shoot me down and I will fall. Oh, I got pacing, bro. Jeez. Rabio and Opa. Dude, it looks so swampy there. Were they New Jersey? Ugh. Yeah, that's not good. I'd stay right in that shade. Camp in it. I feel like this might be better than FIFA 25k pack method. It's like I was thinking about it the other day. We were talking about how long we needed a 84 plus Team of the Week player pick like FC24 for coins. Literally, it's just free coins if you can bother to pick up some cards. That's literally all you need to do. And the reason why we desperately want provisions is we're looking for something that we can put cards into that give us more than we're putting in. I don't even care at this point if it's cost coins to do so, or like it's quote unquote not worth it, not technically for profit. I just want something that I can consistently speed up. Because like I was debating, I'm like, I could mass bid on gold rares or gold commons and just put them all into 84 doubles, player picks, or crafting upgrades. But any of those involves so many cards that you'd have to pick up. I still think League SBCs are the best way to go. Of just exchanging cards for cards non-stop and building upward. Because you get coins in the process, you get packs in the process, and always a chance to get something. The only reason we question it or like, oh, should we do something else? Is because people get bored after a while. That's it. Hey, tips for someone who just got an FC26. I'm trying to do SBCs but getting hella confused. We got a grind playlist that's pinned in chat. It's also in the description. We got a bunch of videos in there. I'd recommend looking at some from this week to kind of get a basic idea of what's out right now and what you could grind. The Premium Mixed League upgrade is going to be your best friend. Is it user-friendly? What do you mean, is it user-friendly? Can you guys do it? Yes, we have tons of people who make millions of coins a year off of these methods. I would say a majority of our community can make over 1 million coins a week just making League SBC packs. Word of that? Wrong, my bet I'm in is hard to understand. I would say if you've never seen it before, you might not understand it. But as you walk through kind of the step-by-step tutorial, it makes more and more sense. And the more hands-on you get with it and the more you do it, the better you get at it. I almost made 15 mil with this playlist. Hey. Let's go. Yeah, I would say start off, try to learn League SBCs from the League SBC video. And we'll be here for a long time tonight. So if you have any confusion, Feel free to ask. Got like 50k coins? That is more than enough. You could probably turn that 50k to 250k today alone. Really? Yeah, we make over 1 million coins a week. We make probably 150 to 200k a day. Bare minimum, just off of packs. Which time are you willing to put in is how many coins you'll make. Literally. That's about it. And good thing is we show you a bunch of different ways you can speed up, making everything you do much faster. Do you suggest the video dropped yesterday? Here, let me pull up the playlist to help you guys out. So when you're looking at this playlist, I would do 2 things. You're gonna see. Is that popped? Okay. So you're gonna see a few things. You're gonna see it'll show up as newest to oldest. So you'll see the one we talk about today. You'll see how I grind the Premium Mixed League from yesterday. This one will be nice to see what it looks like in real time, but it's missing the context of the actual League SBC grind, which has been out for a while. But our League SBC grind goes along with all these different things. So as we get more SBCs, we make videos to show how you can do it alongside of those. So for example, we got the FOF Glory Hunters crafting upgrade. We show you guys how to implement the existing League SBC grind into that to make the menus better. If you go from newest and you go to the most popular videos are the videos that you guys watch the most. So the most popular one by far is using Pale Tools for Premium Mixed League Upgrade Guide. This is free to use, Pale Tools, 0 money, and it speeds up the whole process of League SBCs in general. BPM, I wouldn't really recommend BPM. We got another Pale Tools one there. Foot Genie tutorial, this one's really useful. But I would watch the how to make unlimited packs with the Premium Mix League upgrades to really get an understanding of how to grind. But yeah, titles and thumbnails will help a ton too. If it's talking about a specific SBC that's out, we'll make a video on it. Legend Man, thanks a lot. No problem, buddy. And if you get confused on anything, like I said, feel free to let me know. What I would do, though, is if you want to come back and ask a question, that's great. But if you're watching a very specific video and you have a question on that specific video, leave a comment on that video and I can see it then when I go in. And I'll be able to see what I said in the video and comment off of it for additional context. The stuff you're doing right now, are you making coins from it? Let me show you actually real quick. Yeah. Not only are we making coins from it, we're going to make another probably 400 to 500k today. Because we have how many packs to get there? Actually, we're probably going to make, we could probably make another 1 million plus. Because I still have 305 Prime Electrum packs to go through and 89 Jumbo Golds. And I made 16 of the 89 Summer Tournament packs. And this is nothing. We're gonna, once like exchanges and stuff come out, we're gonna have tens of thousands of packs. If not 100,000 plus packs, most likely. And if you think no way, we'll grind to make it happen. And we have 25 mil right now. And I have probably another 5 mil worth of consumables in my club I haven't sold on yet. Could you do a video on the filters that you use to buy the premium mix cards? We have videos on that already. Do you mean just kind of like in bulk? How do I do it to keep it going? I'm a lurking stream, just gonna meet and watch that video. Sounds good, brother. But if you're talking about how we like go through and get the cards to keep the grind going, we go over that specific topic in yesterday's video. But I can make a whole new video too with just that specific topic in all the different times I do different things. I can go from the pack perspective, I can go from the bid perspective, buy now, Pale Tools, Foot Genie, console, if that'd be useful. But I'd look at yesterday's vid for the examples we show in there. It's gonna mainly be Foot Genie grayed out. I'm debating if we save even, dude, gold rares from, I'll probably just save all gold rares from now on, outside of maybe Premier Liga. Like, we'll save the Bundesliga, Serie A, League 1, Eredivisie, Pro League, Portuguese League. Because I'm noticing if I run low on rares, that can be a good workaround. Hey, what's up, brother? Talk about what cards you buy, what type of cards you buy, bronze rares and silver commons, or silver rares and silver commons. So, okay, yeah, I can make one in general then. The quick answer to that is literally everything. Because think about it like this. We're at the point where not only is coins not a problem, we're making so many coins, I feel like there's realistically nothing I can put it into outside of gamble packs. Or like buying a player. Like I'll buy Angulo, the Sunderland player, the match card that just came out today. But besides that, I have nothing I need to spend my coins on. So realistically, when it comes to doing League SBCs, how to be more efficient, literally just getting every card in my club. A lot of that's going to be for Serie A, Bundesliga, League 1, Eredivisie, just bidding 150 on all the silver commons, or 200 buy now. I'm going to try to do that for all the silver rares as well, for 300 bid or 350 buy now. We're going to try to get every bronze common and bronze rare we can. Think of it as like you're essentially just trying to stretch your daily provisions and daily golds in existing League SBC packs as far as possible. I essentially want to get to the point where when I'm doing crafting upgrades or I'm clearing my club of golds, I always have silvers and bronzes that I could do stuff with my 80 plus times 5s, if that makes sense. The goal's the number of cards from a league, not necessarily the exact thing. If you notice after a certain amount of runs you're running low on a rare specific, that might not be a problem if the reason you're running low on rare specific is you got a bunch of League SBC packs you haven't opened yet. For example, you might run low on a bunch of rares, but if you're running low on rares and you're holding on, like, to me, so many Prime Electrum packs, that's the answer to your problem. Start spamming those open and get cards in your club. Does that make more sense? Yeah, I can definitely do a video to go more in depth on it. I think seeing the visual will help a lot. I'm also going to be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday, so that might be good to have a few videos go up when I'm gone. I gave on Star Packs, got nothing and lost 30 mil. Do you think 1.8 is enough for the grind, or do I trade a 5 mil? Brother, like 1,000 coins is probably enough for the grind. Having a mil.8 is probably overkill. The more coins you have, the more you benefit from holding backs. Uh-oh. Mbappe. Oh, the flag's going up. Starting to get lazy with the grind, taking too many shortcuts. It's fine to take shortcuts. I want more shortcuts. I want it to get easier and easier. What I'm going to start doing, I mentioned it before, but I'll keep saying it over and over. Anytime there's provision packs in the store, I'm going to start doing them. Anytime there's like 180 pluses or something like that, I'm going to start doing them. We're going to start spending coins on things that get us a crap ton of cards in the club. Robbery? I missed the line. How close was he? Because now what I want you guys to think about for League SBCs, once you're to the point where you're never going to run out of coins and you can continue making packs forever and ever, the thing now is going to be, how can we continue getting League SBC cards back into our club as fast as possible? And now that's where I'm starting to think with any sort of pack, I'm going to save the League SBC cards. I should honestly probably save the gold rares from Premier League too. Like, that probably hurts no one. If I notice I ever run low on them, I'll start doing it, but... I'm treating all these like provision packs, essentially. Which, speaking of that... I still gotta do these. Oh, boy. I thought that was way closer than it actually was. Can't believe Canada got farther than Germany. I mean, yes and no. Germany played one of the toughest teams in the tournament. They don't get it. Paraguay doesn't get enough credit. It would take basically only a world-class powerhouse to really beat them. There was a team, though, that I think did beat Paraguay in the World Cup so far, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Shoot. I'm blanking on the name of the country. Guys, what was the country that beat Paraguay? I think it might have been their opening match as well. Gosh. It's escaping me right now, man. Run! You! As an England fan, I'd love to see Germany get robbed of a goal after 2006. As an American, I love seeing all these European countries fall short. Dude, this might sound... Okay. How do I word this without it sounding wild? From an entertainment perspective, strictly just an entertainment perspective, the amount of South American racism from South Americans to the countries they're playing and vice versa has been hilarious, bro. Did you guys see Twitter during the before and during the Brazil-Japan game? My goodness. That was a literal war. When do you think exchanges will be released? 2 years ago, we had them during Team of the Year. Last year, we had them middle of June. This year, it's the end. We're about to be the start of July tomorrow, and we don't have them yet, so who knows? What are you doing for the US game tomorrow? Working all day, and then streaming, and then probably just gonna watch it by myself, to be honest. I might see if one of my buddies wants to watch, but I have no plans right now. Well, I won't do a watch along, but like we're doing the watch along right now for the France game, but no plans at the moment. I do have to pack though. I got a camping trip Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and back Sunday. So I got to figure out if we're leaving Thursday night or Friday morning, because I got to record some videos. Okay. This is going to sound like an idiotic statement. I know the level of play is high. Hear me out. I know the level of play is high. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying anyone could walk in. But does anyone ever see the occasional ref cam and think like, oh, I thought they'd be playing much faster than that? Each game's different. There's some where it's like they're rapid, they hit a shot from an impossible angle. Like the Norway game, for example. I absolutely cranked that out of nowhere. Barely an angle, puts it top bins. But there's some I'm watching, I'm like, huh. That defender just looks like he has really bad positioning. I at least would have put a shoulder on him, hopefully. Chouamani. Dembele. Can't wait for the first accidental close-up of someone swearing directly into the camera. I can't wait for more memeable moments. That's the best part, in my opinion. Like when it's, they get called for a foul, they shouldn't. Like the facial expressions they make. Barcolla. What's Sweden ranked in the world? Saliba. I need to restock on some League One silvers. Running low. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. Dude, I don't think I've seen Rabiot play club football in like 4 years. I think last time I seen him play was the World Cup. He just like spawned back in. They put him on ice or something. How old is bro? Is he unk? Rabiot age. 31? Oh my goodness. Bro is elderly. Dude needs a nursing home. Oh my Mbappe, what I miss? You guys are ahead like 15 seconds somehow. Oh! Did you see the one coin? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I think I screenshotted it. Oh no, I didn't. My bad. No, you're good. I love it when you guys kind of put it in there occasionally because it's like I'll be making packs. I'm like half paying attention, and then I see it. So then it's like, all right, I gotta lock in real quick. Do you guys think if Ronaldo was in the same position that Messi was for Argentina, their last game of group, or if he was in Haaland's position for Norway's last game of group, do you think Ronaldo would have benched himself? Oh! Ooh! Are we sure Rabiot's not American? He had to at least be born in the United States. That man is a shooter. Look at fans' reaction. Alright, I think that should be enough for him now. That's still basically full. Big step up. I just have a feeling that Sweden's going to score on the counter. I feel like Alanga's going to find Gyökeres somehow on like a cross that goalie parries away and it somehow lands at Gyökeres' feet. Calling it right now. Imagine France go out. I mean, I could see it. I mean, besides the United States, France is probably has the best chance of winning the tournament. Low key. OMG, what happened? Here we go, let's see. Oh! Brother, what? Dude. Nah. Brother, what possessed him to try that? That's crazy. Crazy. I'll stock up on a few gold commons. We'll do some tradable packs as well. That'll be the best way to fill up. Okay, why did this not work last time? Okay, now it did. Could be read that? Oh, dude. Send him packing. Bye-bye. Ooh! Nah, he might actually get arrested for that one. Patting him on his shoulders, holding him down so that he has to bear more weight on it. Lovely. Lovely Lindelof. Alright, let me see some. Dude, I'm so excited for the Mexico-Ecuador game tonight. Who's Sweden's goalie? Zetterstrom. After completing the upgrade, are you just throwing stuff into League SBCs or 84s? I'm doing no more 84 double upgrades. I put everything into crafting upgrades. I'll do like 10 to 20 89 pluses a day, where I'm using a lot of like 82 to higher of off leagues mainly, but really depends. We do more of an on-off method, we call it. It's an on-off switch, where instead of thinking about it as I can only use up to X rating, or I can only use off leagues, or this and that, we say, okay, on-off switch. We're doing League SBCs. We're going to clear the club of all golds, though. I have like 180 plus times 5 packs from the crafting upgrades. Let's just clear everything so we don't have to sit there and one by one make these craftings with off leagues or use our valuable Foot Genie dailies. And then after that, we'll be like, all right, now we're back to standard. Ooh. It still blows my mind that 88s are the same price as 82s. Rodri is 1.8k as a 90 rated. Yeah, we need exchanges, brother. Good movement. Good ball. Woo! Dumfries, pop those up. Nilsson Angulo is going to score the game winner against Mexico tonight. You heard it here first. Dude, he better be starting. If he comes in off the bench, I'll be really mad. Breaking Sunderland and demanding a fee in excess of 30 mil to even entertain his Xhaka sale. Wait, actually? Let's go. Good to see the club being strong. I really hope deep down that Xhaka understands the club's stance and will respect it. Well, he better understand at the bare minimum. Like, there's nothing wrong with him wanting to play with his old manager. I get the only reason we got him was because his manager left. But he can't put the club in a worse financial spot. SCR-wise, they have to get money back, essentially. Because, like, think about that logically, too. If it were a player that was horrific and you're trying to get rid of, you would try to get your money back on the deal. If it's your captain, the person everyone looks up to, and he's a player of the season, regardless of his age, you just told me all that? In what world does 8 mil get you a Premier League Team of the Season player? Hey man, making templates for SBCs, is Liga or Pro League cheaper? There's more Pro League cards, so I would usually use Pro League, but you'll end up using both. Don't worry about price when it comes to them. The more you do it, the more that statement will make sense. Right now, it sounds counterintuitive. Trust me, you're going to see their price hop from like 150 bids to 600 buy nows. It will all be for profit. Good hit, dude. Good save. Bro, did you see Ahmad's free kick in the final minute of the game? That was crazy, man. Come on, Debe. Woo! What a hit, son. The dictator scored. Also, too, DBO, if you haven't left yet, brother, what you'll notice is that video obviously is from months ago. The core logic still stays the same. There's little tweaks or like little things that get better and better as time goes on that you'll see adjustments made. One of those is like, I don't really worry about prices anymore of anything because we were making so many coins on them anyways. Jeez, man. Yo, gracious slide tackle. Oh, that's a perfect camera angle. Nah, bro, that's perfect. Alex Crooks on Talk Sport about Granit Xhaka to Chelsea. I was told that Sunderland are asking excess of 30 mil if they were to entertain a deal. I say the message to Chelsea was he's not for sale at any price. Wait a second. Something's going to be very obvious here in a second. Let me look. So I'm going to go to Fabrizio's page. I know he's done it for us, so I'm not complaining about him doing it. Oh! Koeman resigns and leaves his job as Netherlands head coach. Okay. I'm looking right now on Fabrizio's page. Fabrizio, so far, I'm noticing, has posted nothing about the Xhaka update. Because it was Xhaka's agent in Chelsea who paid Fabrizio to post it to put pressure on Sunderland in the first place. That's hilarious. Zero news on it from him. I love that. The templates, if I can't use build using template, does that mean I just have the cards? What do you mean you can't use build using template? Like the button doesn't work or you don't have enough cards? It's grayed out? No! Oh! Jeez, man. Did you make a template? Did you make a template for each League SBC section? Like, did you go to the SBC templates, make a Prem La Liga, make a Bundes? Okay. You made those separate of the League SBCs, though, right? You didn't make them inside of it. You made it just in the template area? Yeah? Yeah, exactly. Okay. My guess is you haven't added it in yet. No, not inside. Okay, perfect. So it sounds like you haven't added it in yet. Have you added it into the SBC? Definitely not. Okay, so you're going to add it in. There'll be an option for you to add it in. Once you add it in, you'll back out and go back in, and then you're good. No, you're good. Bro, you would be surprised how often that happens. No, dude, you're not dumb, trust me. Because different extensions do things differently. Pale Tools is very specific with templates, which is why I don't really like templates as much on Pale. I'm a huge Foot Genie fan for that reason. Like, I like templates in nature, but with the menu grind nowadays. Oh, tradable promo. Who is it? That's a crazy pull. How do I add it? You should be. Is there like an edit SBC option when you go into the SBC? Okay, you should be able to add a template into there. Not like put all the information in again, but you should be able to find the name of the existing template and add it in there. You should be good then. Sorry, dude, don't apologize. I'm telling you, bro, give it like... I feel like you need less than a week. Give it less than a week. You're going to be coming into the streams and you're going to be like, yo, Mumbo, I found a method where if you do this instead of this, instead of this, instead of this, you can make League SBCs 5 times faster than you are right now, by the way. Not telling you what to do, but... you guys learn quickly. I will say, though, the most efficient way to do League SBCs is the way that keeps you playing the game. If you get sick of it and you stop playing altogether, that's not the most efficient way. Why are we doing polymarket ads in front of the France flag? I love a grind, you know, a goal. Brother, I love it so much, too. Like, people... I had a guy come in the other day, and he's like, bro, no offense. Don't take this the wrong way. Why do you even play this game still? It's July. I'm like, because I enjoy grinding. He's like, but what's the point of grinding? You're not going to have your team, like, carry over next year. I don't really play with my team in the first place. I like... grinded, making coins, and trying to get more packs than I had last time. I try to compete against myself. Alright, it might be time for another like 10 League SBC runs, boys. We need French out. Spoken like a true Englishman. Got all my SBC templates up for Prem. I guess now I just have to buy up cards. Yes and no. You'll buy cards, but you won't really be buying cards. Have you done your daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold provisions yet? There's specific things you'll buy over time, but in general, you'll almost always buy out Pro League, Portuguese League cards in bulk to club stock and fill up your transfer list and dupe store, or transfer list and transfer targets. And there's little things here and there you can buy, but have provision packs, nation packs. Dude, what happened to Alexi Lawless? Did they have a talk with him? Hey, you're so intolerable. We're gonna change your script. Holland first World Cup, and he got 5 goals, only 4 from CR7. Makes you think that CR7 is a washed footballer. That was a great set piece. That cross was really nice. Did he say keep trying Sweden? It sounded like he said keep trying sweetheart. Aston Villa, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Tottenham have all been closely monitoring Sunderland's Brian Brobby throughout the season. Clubs will be interested, but no club will pay close what we want. Exactly. Chelsea's in for it? Yeah, bro. Chelsea, you ain't getting your hands on another player. I'm sorry. $30 mil for Xhaka. Or you're not getting Brian Brobby. Alright, should we, I want to do some more League SBC runs. I think I'm still SBC banned, though. Marcolo, 160 mil. Shown me nothing. Hi, I'm your neighbor. We're having a watch party. You haven't met your neighbors up to that point and you're inviting them to a watch party? And every single one of them said yes. And this is in the United States. And all of them are actively watching the game. And they're watching Mexico play. They're in the U.S. They're wearing U.S. jerseys. And they're watching a Mexico game. What is this commercial, brother? They're in the garage playing FIFA, but they're not playing FIFA. No one's leaning over, looking at their monitor, screaming. They're high-fiving each other. No rage being induced? Nah. Lying in front of our eyes. What should I do to clear SBC storage? What is filling up your SBC storage is the question, because the answer differs. Is it cards that are off leagues, meaning like the non-league SBC cards, meaning the non-Prem La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, League One Eredivisie, Pro League, Portuguese League? How do I check that? Sorry for the second question. Go to your SBC storage and it'll show you what's in it. Dude, Hayden Hackney to Everton is going to be so fun to watch. He's an absolute baller. Loved watching him in the championship. Oh, Diva, we're going to have you do something also that's going to be extremely crucial on Pale Tools in a second. We got to update your top leagues. Your important leagues. And to lock players. Think they're all Prem League? Okay. So we're gonna have you do something real quick before that. So we want you to go to your Pale Tools settings. Actually, hold on. Let me hop on Pale Tools. This might be a lot easier that way. I'm going to hop on a hybrid version. It's not going to look identical. Because my Pale Tools is going to be on top of Foot Genie. Alright. Alright, I'm coming. Alright, I'm going to pull chat. I'll have you on the side. We pop out at your party. I'm with the gang. It's going to be a robbery. So tuck your chin. All right. Really appreciate the help. No problem, buddy. That is what we are here for. That is what our channel's for. All right. Are you watching? Are your eyes on the screen? Okay, sweet. So you're going to go to your Pill Tool settings. You're going to scroll down until you see Important Leagues and Nations. You're going to add all the Premium Mixed League upgrade leagues. So Prem La Liga, Bundesliga Serie A, League 1, Eredivisie, Pro League, League of Portugal. Yep, yeah, that's how. Okay, so make sure that's saved. So then what you're going to do, you're going to have probably the Glory Hunters crafting upgrade. Copied your video? Okay, sweet. So I have more. Is that okay? So are the other ones the Mixed League? Are the ones included in there the Saudi, MLS, Bundesliga 2, La Liga Hypermotion? Is it those? Because if it's those, I'd remove all those. Sorry, so okay. Are the other ones that you have? Yeah, Serie B, MLS, Championship. Okay, you're going to remove all those. We no longer do the Mixed League. Not because it's not worth it. It's because we can only do so many SBCs in a day. We want to maximize the packs we make with the SBCs. What should I keep again? I'll show you the list to keep. Prem La Liga, Bundesliga Serie A, League 1 Eredivisie, League of Portugal Pro League. So just the premium mix. Alright, let me know once that's done. We're going to make you another template real quick. Do I need Libertadores? Nope. It's no longer in League SBCs. Just Prem La Liga, Bundesliga Serie A, League 1 Eredivisie, and Pro League Portuguese League. It's only 6? Well, there's 8. Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, League 1, Eredivisie, Pro League, Portuguese League. It's extremely vital that you have those 8. Can you show yours again? It's just the Premium Mixed League upgrade ones, brother. Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, League 1, Eredivisie, Pro League, Portuguese League. Thanks. Okay, sweet. So we're going to make you a new template. You're going to click SBC templates. You're going to add one, okay? I want you to call this Golds Non-League SBC, or whatever you want to call it, okay? When I say that content pack was honored to call the cutie, innings, bro, you are cutie, but I was referring to the cutie patootie of the pack. Okay, you're going to do 75. You can do up to 84 if you want, or like 82. It's not going to matter. Just golds. Nor position. And then not important leagues only. SBC storage, my club. Screenshot that if you need to. Bebo. Screenshot if you don't have it. Okay. You're going to add that to the FOF Glory Hunters crafting upgrade. You're going to hit use. So what this is going to do is all the cards that aren't those League SBCs, it's going to put them in here. It's going to put gold commons and gold rares. You technically only need gold commons for this SBC, but it's worth it to put in gold rares too. It's going to start with your dupe storage ones, and then it's going to pull from your club. That should help limit your dupe storage quite a bit. But if you have League SBC cards in your dupe storage, that's where your template's going to be important. You want to make sure you're pulling from your dupe storage with your template. Whether that be you have maybe most recent as an option on your leagues. That way it pulls from the ones in the dupe. Are these packs good? These are the packs that are going to make you millions of coins and make you endless more packs and endless more fodder. So yes, they're good. I would clear your dupe storage, or I would clear your off-league cards into the crafting upgrade. Can you explain how I thought you only get untradeable? Can you explain how I thought you only get untradeable? Depends what specifically you're talking about. If you're talking about dupe storage, your dupe storage is only going to be untradeable. But that SBC is going to pull from your club too. For the FOF Glory Pack, because your dupe storage is untradeable. But if you're grinding the way in our recent videos, once you get to that point, you're going to have tradable gold commons from off leagues that you're going to chuck into crafting upgrades instead of quick selling them. Because it's going to get you League SBCs faster and still make you a crap ton of profit. If anything, make you more profit because you're going to continue making League SBCs faster because of the 80 plus sums 5s that you're making. Therefore, quick selling them, even though you miss out on the 250 to 270 coins per gold common, you're going to make infinitely more with the coins you're saving on the rares and the other areas. Like I said, the more you do it, the more that's going to make sense. That probably went right over your head, but the storage first option on Genie is good for clean storage. Yep, it's so good for clean storage. Alright, second half is going. Alright, should we make some 89 plus packs? I think my higher rateds are starting to pile up a little bit. This is a lot to take in. I got some provision packs and stuff. Should I open those and spam FOF Glory packs? You're going to spam League SBCs with the provisions if it's a League SBC card. If it's a non-League SBC card, you're going to make crafting upgrades to open the crafting upgrades to get more League SBC cards. If it's not a League SBC card, you're going to put the non-League SBC cards from the crafting upgrade back into the crafting upgrade. And then you're going to open that pack and get League SBC cards from the crafting upgrade. And then the cards that aren't crafting up or not League SBC cards in the crafting upgrade, you're going to put back in the crafting upgrade to make more crafting upgrades to get more cards that are League SBCs. Then the cards that aren't League SBCs, you're going to put in the crafting upgrade. And it sounds crazy the way I'm saying it, but that's literally how the grind goes. Because look at this. We've made 930 and this has been out for a few days. Look at my dupe storage. Yeah, we got to make a few of these. Let's do 4 or 5. Can we make 5, maybe? Probably not. Maybe 3. Dembele. Oh, good ball. Skip 87. So is there any need for me to buy cards for the League SBCs? Yes. 100%. You won't have to buy almost any Prem La Liga ever. It'll take you a long time usually, if done correctly, until you have to buy a Bundesliga Serie A. There'll be the occasional League 1 and Eredivisie cards you buy along the way once you start scaling higher. The Pro League Portuguese League, you almost always buy. But you buy them because you're non-stop making profit on them. It's all a math equation. You're making more than you're ever spending. And once you scale it, because like right now, you'll probably want to try to get 5 League SBCs done a day. We're to the point where we're doing 50 plus. Good hit. Wait. Barkla scored. Wait. Andrew, where you at, brother? Andrew, I thought Barkla was trash. Quiet now, brother. Real quiet. I'm going to watch your video since I got 7 jumbo packs and 5 Electrum players. Sounds good, man. And like I said, as time goes on, if you're going through those older videos, you're watching what I said to do with those League SBC packs back then. It's probably a bit different than how I'm recommending now, but the grind's better and better now. So just understand the basics, and once you get the basics, you'll start scaling from there. That's a huge goal. Was it Mbappe's assist? Paraguay is going to beat France. You heard it here first. Will you say this? Did he just say speed merchant? Nah, he's using Ultimate Team lingo. That's crazy. Brother's actually talking about it. Lindelof. Premier League setup. Yeah, this is an Arsenal piece. I love how much contact there's been in the boxes. And fouls and non-fouls, too. I just love how physical the World Cup games have been. Full body shoves. Ripping of jerseys. Did you see, in the Netherlands game last night, Brobby ripped the center back's jersey a total of 4 times throughout the game? He was on his 3rd kit. I think it was 10 minutes into the game. Love it. All right, how much are Pro League Portuguese League cards going for? We're going to bid on them. Lucy should get player of the tournament for me. He's so good, man. Did you buy? I didn't buy him yet. No. I'm gonna, though. What, I gotta put a crazy play style on him. And by crazy, I mean unique one. I'm so happy I didn't do his Evo, because his card was 10k like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I'll just wait till he gets a promo card. He's so good, I'm just sat looking at him into my team. He's so good IRL too. It still blows my mind how well Sunderland players are performing at the World Cup. Like, that's crazy to me. In the sense of, like, it wasn't that long ago. We were watching League One. I disagree. People say that the penalties haven't been great. I think having a mix of goals scored, crappy run-ups, saves, and straight-up misses is the most entertaining penalty kick shootouts. I kind of don't like penalty kick shootouts that are like standard run-up, put it in a corner, it's a guessing game. I like the mind games. I like the stutter steps. I like the trying to reinvent the wheel. I like the overthinking. I love it. I love the edits where Gabrielle will step up and miss instead of the player. The point I almost accept I would never see us in the Prem again. Literally, man. Even like when I was watching the playoff final for League One, not even the championship playoff final, I was convinced when the man himself, Ultimate Team Legend, came onto the pitch, I thought it was over for us. I thought Akinfenwa was going to score 3 goals in the span of 5 minutes. Oh! World Cup increasing every Sunderland player's transfer value. And, like, the hard thing for me is I can understand that. I don't want to emotionally get attached to players. But it's so hard, man. Like, we're most likely going to sell Maenda for, like, 20+ mil. In SCR-wise, that's fantastic because we got him for 800K. But my goodness, I know there's a sell-on percentage. But my goodness, I do not want to see him leave. Do you use the pack openers on Pale Tools? Absolutely. Me too, I thought he was going to get cooked. Dude, when he came on, one of the first things he did, if I remember correctly, was he did the Barabi backup into... Who was it? Who did he back into? Gooch was out wide. Cirkin was out wide. I think it was in right. He backed into right. Bailey Wright. I'm like, oh gosh, this isn't going to be good. Figured I'd ask because it said you could get banned. Technically, anything on the extension could get you banned, but EA has no balls to ban a single person because they've allowed it to be a part of their game for the past 4 years. And they take ideas from the extensions and add them to their game. Sunderland have the best recruitment system? I disagree. Sunderland have a great recruitment system because it's data-driven, which takes the emotions out of a lot of it, which I think that's the best part about it. Sunderland signed young players with high potential. True. What exactly do I keep out of the tradable packs? That's a loaded question. In theory... Gosh, how do I answer that? Back in the day, it would be sell basically all the players and quick sell a lot of the badges and kits. But brother, let me show you something. Are you looking at the screen right now? I would watch our I'd watch our recent videos when we were talking about the Jumbo Gold Pack, because this made us inverse it. We now store all the players and we get rid of these. Yeah, there's so many coins in those. So Prime Electrums, I'd store League SBC players outside of Prem La Liga ones. Even saying that's going to be hard to understand. If it's a non-league... Here, let me just open a few to show you. It'll be easier if I do this. If it's a Prime Electrum, kind of watch how I do this for a few. So, if it's an 82 plus, I'm selling. There might be exceptions to that. I'm not going to explain the exceptions. If it's a Premier League Gold Rare, I'm quick selling. But the Gold Common players, I'm keeping all of them. League SBCs and non-League SBC cards. Silvers that are not League SBC cards. And I'm specifically talking Premium Mix is the only league we care about. So even if it's a, hey, Saudi League's the Mix League, should I keep that? No. Quick sell those. And we recycle that way. Sell 82s to 84s. You're going to make so many coins. Yep. The only 82s to 84s I keep are League 1 Eredivisie and Pro League Portuguese League 1s. Wait, hold on. I might be dumb. I thought the pack opener would just open like one pack and then another right after I leave the first pack. You select which ones you want to open and the amount. So if you just click the pack, you're not really in control of what it's doing. If you select it, put the number in of that you want to open. So like if I have 100 crafting upgrades and I put 5 on there, it's going to open 5. But there's a template beneath it that will tell you exactly what it's going to do. So make sure you have it where, if it's untradables especially, it puts them in your SBC storage if it's a dupe. And if it's not, it puts in your club. Sometimes it might be set to quick sell it, so you might open 100 crafting upgrades and it saves none of it. So what about the Jumbo Gold? Do you mind doing one? Yeah. Let me head to that real quick. That one's going to be more of... same thing with the golds. Same format with League SBC cards and non-League SBC for golds. It's going to be at your... Okay. How do I word this? Because this is going to make you even more confused. You should open no jumbo gold packs until you basically have 50 to 100 in reality. And when you open the jumbo gold packs, in reality, you should have nothing on your transfer list. And you should, with a full open transfer list, be listing things that look like they have value. Because doing it with like 75 cards already on your transfer list is not going to leave you many places to work with. But you're just going to be kind of looking through the items. What's the best routine to do for buying League SBC cards? Start on console, end on Pale Tools, Foot Genie. How many of each league? Depends on how many you want to do a day. If you're wanting to do exactly 10, it's finding out how to get those exactly 10 cards. Or 10 runs. If it's infinitely more than that, you're always going to be in some fashion buying and storing cards. Portugal kit's going to be almost extinct, yeah. W. We just made 10k. I do most of my Pro League Portuguese League bidding on console. And then I do most of my buy nows on Pale Tools Foot Genie. So right now I should be only opening Electrums. I personally wouldn't even open Electrums. I'd personally only be opening the untradables. For me, that's going to be confusing for you right now. And it probably makes no sense and is counterintuitive. But yes, you can. How do you know what prices to buy at for the Eredivisie League, Portugal, and Pro League? Experience. The more you do it, the more it'll make sense. You just look at the buy nows of what things are going for the league. So, like, if you go to Silver Pro Leagues, right now, Silver Pro Leagues probably sell by the end of the hour for $350. So I'd buy up to $350. You probably snipe them for way less. You probably bid on them for way less and make guaranteed coins that way. Yeah, I trust you. I'll hold out until you... Well, again, you're like 50 videos behind. We made a video this week on... Or actually, it was today. On why I hold tradable packs. And that kind of explains even more in depth of what I just kind of talked about. On how... If you're opening as you go, especially if you're doing one League SBC run, a single Jumbo Gold pack's not going to feel like much. It's not going to feel like much of a grind. But take that logic we just showed you with the different chem styles, the coaches, the badges, the kits. With 100, where you could consistently have a full 100 transfer list space, it becomes super overpowered. Think about that from the perspective of if something crazy is up in price. Let's say for some reason anchors are extinct today. and you spam open 50 to 100 of these, you'll probably get way more anchors than if you open just like 2. Which rarity of cards of each league should I be buying then? Eventually, everything. Right now, for you, you probably only need silvers from Pro League. And silvers from League 1 Eredivisie. You got 50K to work with? Oh, you're the one with 50. I thought you had 1.8K or 1.8 mil. Yeah, you're gonna open the tradable packs. I want you to open the tradable packs. I want you to make them in like groups of 3 to 5, but I want you to open the tradable packs. Because then you're gonna get familiar with how much you're spending and how much you're making, and it's gonna make more logical sense. For example, if you bought out every single Pro League card, let's say you did 350 for each one, 350 times 11, you'll obviously have untradables along the way and things you pack. But if you're spending less than 400, you're spending less than 4.4 thousand coins, you're probably spending under 4K. You're making infinitely more than 4K from this pack. League 1 and Eredivisie, especially if you take Daily Bronze, Daily Silver, Daily Gold, and Provisions, mixed in with the League SBC packs you're already open, you're making infinitely more in the Prime Electrum pack than you're putting in. On top of that, if you ever did need to buy the occasional Bundesliga and Serie A player, even though these are untradable packs, the amount of coins you're spending is very minimal and would account to still profit. Once you understand that you're making on average profit per run to the thousands of coins per run, it then becomes a thing of not how do I make more per run, becomes a thing if I'm making 5K per run, how can I increase the amount of runs I do per day? Jeez. When you do the templates, you can't see the players you pack? What do you mean? Lise to Mbappe? Offsides? No. You know how long the software on the web is for buying cards? Like 30... It's honestly sometimes like 2 minutes. Other times it's like a half an hour. I would go back and forth between console and web app companion app consistently. Like say I put open packs, then auto pack opener says afterwards you earn etc. coins. I would not do it for the tradable packs. I do it for the untradable packs. You can set it where it has a pack animation go off for special cards. That's in settings. Do I save jumbo gold packs and open my electrums instead now? If you guys have any amount of coins, probably over 100K, I would recommend not ever touching a tradable pack until you really need it. The more you do League SBCs, the more you'll understand that. But especially with the menu grind right now, it's going to be extremely useful. So for electrums, 80s who sell any non-leagues quick sell. If it's a gold common, League SBC or not, I would keep them personally. I'd quick sell all silvers that are non-leagues. But right now, since I have 50K, should I grind up? Jeez, he almost got that. But if you're saving League SBC cards, you're going to put those League SBC cards right back into League SBCs. So you're saving coins for the next run. So, law of averages. Dude, why do I keep putting... I'm so used to just making these as fast as I can. Did he just say a shit ton of goals? Also, too, Debo, I'm going to put you on game right now, brother. If this gives you peace of mind, let me know when you're ready, if you're looking. Wait, are you on console, right? Or are you a PC player? Wait, so will I hold on to my packs, or because you said since I'm on... Okay, sorry. It's going to sound like everything I tell you is a contradiction. Your PC, okay, you're a completely different market than us, so it might be a little different. Everything I say is going to sound like a contradiction, because we want to make sure you understand the basics, but once you understand the basics, everything's infinitely easier. I want you to do this real quick. I want you to go to Silvers from your bench and go to Pro League and let me know how much Pro League cards are going for. What's the search? You're just looking up Silver's Pro League and looking for the lowest buy now prices within the hour. You're going for 350 buy now? Okay. So there's going to be times where they're more and there's going to be times where they're less. That's not really important from the sense of you don't ever have to worry about, like, do League SBCs work anymore? Should I stop doing them completely? What's important about that is if you think about it from a standpoint of League SBCs, if you already know that you can make a crap ton of coins in the Jumbo Gold and Prime Electrums, if you get them for, let's say, 350 or under, right? If 350 you get a full team and you know you're making profit no matter what, and they get cheaper, you're then making even more profit, right? If you fill your club when they're cheaper than that, and your club stock, let's say one of every single one, and you had hundreds in your club just chilling there, and they go up in price, League SBCs technically got more expensive, but since you have them in your club already at the cheaper price, you can still do them at the cheaper price and make more coins for the runs, or you could just sell them to the market for pure profit. So anytime Pro League and Portuguese leagues are, usually it's under 500 coins, I say, you should always be getting them or having them in your club. Because anytime they ramp up, you can always sell them for pure profit if you wanted to. But yeah, that's just a fun fact. Did you open your one coin pack? Not yet. Yeah, I think the more you do League SBCs, the more familiar you're going to get with them, the more this stuff is going to make sense. You still have to kind of work through the basics. Once you're to the point where you're making 5+ League SBC runs a day easily, everything I'm saying is going to be, you're going to understand more. And what should I be buying the other leagues for? I mean, in theory, if you're doing the daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, and provisions, you really shouldn't have to buy. Especially now that you have crafting upgrades too. Because if you're opening your crafting upgrades, you're getting 5 cards that are 80+ rated. Most of them are most likely going to be League SBC cards you can put right back in. 5 likes on the stream. Come on, guys. How about Mumbo with a like? Hey, you heard the man. World Cup goals record is gone from a museum piece to a weekly update. True. Can't find the one coin pack? It's in the packs for you if you have it. So should I be buying Pro League Liga? I buy out probably 500 to 1,000 of them a day. I've at the moment 20 provisions, 120 small rare player packs. I don't know what to do with all the fodder. If it's higher rated fodder, you should be doing your 89+ Summer Tournament historical packs to get additional fodder. And to get liquid coins from the tradable packs in that, and to clear your dupe storage and club. And if it's basically 84s and below, non-stop League SBCs and crafting upgrades. And not Eredivisie in League One. You can. You really don't need to for you. You could probably get the 5 runs a day without really having to buy those with daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, provisions, and crafting upgrades. If you did buy some, it's probably 150 bids on League One in Eredivisie silvers or 200 buy nows would be my guess. How many League SBC runs have you done so far, Debo? Today. What number are you at? Because we're at, I think, 45. And we've done like 20 in the past, I think, half an hour or so. So should I put League SBC cards 84 rated below in the crafting? Depending on which one of our methods you're using, yes and no. If you're doing the on-off method, yes. If you're not doing the on-off method, no. Okay, you've done 7 so far. So you're already past beginner. You're getting to the point where you're slowly already an intermediate League SBC grinder. If you've done 7 already. So now this is where you're stretching to 10 to 15 a day. This will be where probably some silver ADVs and League 1s in your club over time could be helpful to mix in. Does it matter if I bid on dupes of Liga Pro League? I'm going to ask you the question back, not because I don't want to give you an answer, but I want you to think about this from a standpoint of how you're grinding. How long will a card actually be a duplicate for you? For Pro League or Liga Portugal? Right? What's the point of you buying them? If you're buying them to put in the SBC and do it a set amount of times a day, a duplicate's not really going to matter because you're going to put it in the SBC and then it's not going to be a dupe and then you're going to put it in back. The only issue a duplicate becomes is if it's an individual player like 200 times. But if it's a mix of players, it doesn't matter. Are you opening your daily bronze each day? Every single day. Yes, sir. Hey! Icon fodder in the crowd. Treasure guy. I've never seen an 89 rated icon in previous years pop up more than him in my life. The amount of times I saw French icon striker. Get out, bro. Have a good one. If not, next stream, let's go USA. How do you not have 1.7 million bronze dupes? Because any bronze dupes that I get that's a non-League SBC card gets instantly used in the daily gold daily. And if it's a League SBC card, it gets used into League SBCs. Should I not be cheap and bid and just buy now? Well, you're on PC, so your market's going to be different. I don't know what that looks like for bids. Sometimes it might not even be possible for you to bid. It might be 10 minutes out. No clue what that looks like. If you have the option to bid. But if you're bidding because you're trying to save 50 coins per card because you want to make another few hundred coins per pack, that's not really going to matter if you're already in pure profit. Efficiency is going to be the main thing. Is Sunderland getting Oscar Ngeza? From Celta Vigo? Brother plays right back, right midfield, left back, center back, left field, center mid, and right wing. He plays everywhere. Hey, Gold Vandevet, how much is he nowadays? 4K? Oh, he's untradeable, of course. The more SBCs you make, the more coins you make, whatever they're priced. Exactly. You'll quickly realize once you're making profit that your coins don't matter anymore. you'll be more focused on how quickly you can get League SBC cards back into the club. Yeah, so it's so weird how some kits are 5K, 10K, and others are capped at 300. EA should have just made them all like a 10K price range. Alright, the second this France game ends, I gotta take a piss, and then we're gonna go back to Foot Genie. Another tradable promo card. Ooh. Love how it's all 90 plus stats and he's probably not even 13K. Alright, that's game. W, man. Alright, next game is in 2 hours, boys. We got some grinding to do before then, so I'm going to go take a piss real quick. Then we'll continue opening packs. Sound good? We'll go to Foot Genie, keep grinding, so on and so forth. we back. We back. All right, let's do this. Let's do. Let's do Prime Electrums until our transfer list is basically filled, and then we'll go to Foot Genie. Oh, should we do... I know, we'll do the one coin pack in a video. We'll have that be one of the videos this week when I'm gone. I need to write down these video ideas that we're doing. What I'm spending my coins on. How I'm restocking. Jumbo Gold specific video. You realize he's a free agent? I haven't watched him, but from what I've seen, people who watch the Liga, it's meant to be good and can cover a whole different. Is he an upgrade to Gertruda? I feel like I remember seeing this guy somewhere before. Calma. Should I be buying only silver commons from Liga and Pro? I'd buy rares and commons, because you'll need rares. Otherwise, you'll never hit the requirement. If you're just waiting on yourself to pack golds. Gold rares. Spends 20k on a bunch of silver commons in Liga and Pro. Nice. So you started with 50k. You said you just spent 20k on that stuff now. Before that, were you noticing your coins going up? wasn't opening the tradable packs, so not. But now that you are you noticing them going up? Or haven't you opened them yet? 11.2, but it did go up. You were already in profit after only 2 tradable packs you opened from that 50k you started with, is what you're saying? Basically perfect. It is working for you then, brother. Because you'll get to a point too, and it's why I'm trying to get you to understand each of these steps really in depth, is because the more coins you make, the larger in swings I want you to have your coins do, and you'll realize the larger swings it is, the better. So for example, daily my coins swing hundreds of thousands, because if it's a thing where we know the equation, I'm buying out Pro League Portuguese League cards, and if I have to fill in some coins in these other areas, it makes sense for me to do all that bidding at one time, or all the buy nows at one time, or all the club stocks at one time, or in a few sessions, as long as I'm getting all the cards. Because I don't want to do it just for one set, then open packs, then do one set, then open packs. That's going to take forever. So once you understand that you're making the coins, it gives you the freedom to be like, okay, let's say you're at a mill, right? If you're at a mill, you're not going to ask yourself the question, Mumbo, is it okay if I buy out like 10 sets of Pro League Portuguese League right now? You're not going to see that as coins you're losing, because you're going to know you're going to make infinitely more back from that. The question is going to be, how can you get them in your club the fastest? How can you make these the fastest? And then what do you do with the coins after that? I'm going to just invest most of it into silver, commons, rares. I would just keep reinvesting back into League SBC cards, yeah. And you'll notice that's really nice too, is like, the more coins you make, the more you'll probably be encouraged to be like, dang, let me do this some more. Let me do this, let me do that. And the further you take it, the more stuff you can invest in. Like I said, we'll have a video come out sometime this week on how to spend the coins you're making. Like what makes the most sense. Different areas you can put it. Obviously, there's gamble packs. We have people who spend millions of coins a month on gamble packs from the profit they're making. I take a slightly different route, but I'm hoping we can do it more often. I just realized once my transfer list fills, it's not even going to be filled, because I bet half of it sold. So I bet I have like another 100 of these packs I could open until it's actually filled. Alright, that's basically filled. See how much that is sold. bus is sold. Alright, then a plethora that is not even actually listed players, but it's perfect. So, once this does fill, you're going to notice how quickly my transfer list will open up. Almost every single one of these cards will be pulled into League SBCs. Let it all work out. It seems like I don't have enough cards for any of my League SBCs, even though my storage is full. Okay, now let's investigate. I'm going to have you figure this out. I'm going to ask questions. Your dupe storage is full. What exactly is your dupe storage full of? I did the FOF, but I ain't using from the storage, so I don't know. Why not? Why not use from the storage? '80s, '78s, '77s. Okay. So those are low rated cards. Are those League SBC cards or are they off leagues? If they're off leagues, good. If they're League SBC cards, what leagues are they in? Is it Prem La Liga mainly? It's mainly 80s. It's League? Okay. It's a good mix, to be honest. Good mix of all League SBC cards? Okay, so I think I understand what your issue is. This is probably more of a Pale Tools and like what I told you templates were at the time versus the reality of what you can do nowadays. League of Portugal. Okay. This is where you're going to have freedom when it comes to your SBC templates, okay? What I want you to do is go into your SBC templates. I want you to see if you have League of Portugal filling up, is it because you're only using Pro League cards? If that's the case, how in the template can you make sure that you're potentially using Portuguese League over time? There's a few different ways you can actually do it. I want to hear what you think. So I should switch to leagues from now until storage clears up. Then I can open my provisions or other packs. Yes and no. So I want you to understand the reason your dupe storage sounds like it's filling up the League SBC cards is because your existing League SBC templates. And if you want to blame it on me, you can blame it on me. But it's a learning lesson with it. If you're only using specific leagues, you got to understand what's causing the congestion, so that you make it easier on yourself. If you're only using Prem cards, gold rares and gold commons, whether it's a specific amount or it's a mix of the two, and you're never using La Liga, you're always going to have La Liga cards in your dupe storage and in your club. And very quickly, you're not going to be able to open packs efficiently. So either in the existing template, just change it from Prem to La Liga occasionally, and Serie A to Bundesliga or vice versa, without having to adjust anything else, and that should take care of a majority of it. Or what I like to do as well is I'll add another line on the template if I'm mainly only using, having to grab like, let's say 11 to 15 players to potentially use for league SBCs. I'll add a whole nother line where it's the whole other league, where if I'm only mainly using Prem cards in Pale Tools, I'll add a La Liga one at the bottom where it's like, okay, if it doesn't have these, or even if it does have those, I want to have at least a few players on the bench, mainly pulling from the dupe storage. Or the most recent ones, which most recent will be dupe storage cards if your dupe storage is filling up. And then that should do a good job of mixing those in. But eventually, we'll get you to the point. You'll realize how superior Foot Genie is, and how none of this will ever have to be done ever again. And you can turn off any sort of headache and make League SBCs even faster. And life is then perfect. Because I'm getting PTSD even thinking through these Pale Tool scenarios. What's up, buddy? There's a free version and there's a paid version. The free one will have limits to how many you do a day. The paid one's like $5 a month. But it's infinitely worth the money in my opinion. There's no way I'd be doing 50 plus League SBC run-throughs a day as easy as we do without it. So if your goal is really trying to scale it, it's not necessarily needed completely, but it does make life a whole bunch easier. Now you have no more 2x84 pluses. How do you find the higher rated fodder to make the 5x84 pluses a day, the 3x that a day, and then the 1 of 3 picks? I probably get infinitely more fodder from my crafting upgrades than any of you have ever gotten from your 84 doubles. That's a mix of how good they are as a pack in terms of pack weight when spammed in bulk, but also too just the sheer amount I'm able to do. Fodder's never an issue. It's just an equation. I don't do the 1 of 3 player pick. I put all gold rares and gold commons into the crafting upgrade. And we packed Bruno today from the crafting upgrade too, off stream. I forgot to mention that. He's like 800k. I got him untradeable though. Well, obviously he's from the crafting. I've been printing coins from SBCs since January, so I decided to add Dembele, new GH card to my Evo team. He's so fun. Let's go. W, man. So probably worth buying the fodder given how cheap they are. Why would you have to buy fodder? sounds like you have a pack problem, potentially. Why are you struggling to do your dailies? I mean, you can buy fodder if you want. I just don't think you ever need to. But why are you struggling to get dailies done? Did you pack DD tradable or untradeable? No, you get asked. I know you get people ask you things who clearly haven't watched your vids. Please, may I clarify a couple of things with you? Get some advice. I do watch the vids. Yeah, no problem, guys. Don't ever feel bad for asking a question that might be in a video. I'm never gonna get mad at you for asking a question that might be in a video. I may answer it by saying, I'll give a quick answer, but this will be answered in said video, and I'll point you to said video if I think it'll be more useful. If it's a quick, like, let me show you something, that's different too. Treat C-Barbs as like an own individual. Or if you guys are new and you feel like you're being annoying because there's a million things, don't worry about it. There might be times where I'm answering more questions than others, but as long as I communicate with you guys that, like, it's fine. Don't feel bad. There will be times where you might come in and it sounds like someone asked a basic question. I'm like, did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? But I promise, with context, it's more like, hey, the video talks about the exact question you had. It'll answer XYZ, show you in real time what that looks like, what that goes into. I would highly recommend watching this if you're looking for the step-by-step tutorial. I have no team of the weeks, so all 87 and under go into them. So you have no team of the weeks, so all 87 and unders go into them. All 87s and under you have going into team of the week upgrades. You're saying? That's where your fodder's going? Bubba Joe will go back. C. Barbary to League SBC. Google Gemini. Seems like I ran out of Eredivisie. Okay, you ran out of Eredivisie League 1. Debo, club analysis time. What packs do you have? What packs don't you have? Are you low on anything else? How many runs have you done? How many coins do you have? These are things to pay attention to as well. If you're noticing you're running low on League 1 and Eredivisie, but let's say you're specifically running low on maybe rares, like, oh, I have some silver commons and some gold commons, but I'm running out of the rares. You might have crafting upgrades that you've been making ready to go that you could spam open and get plenty of rares in. Or you might not have any, and you're like, oh crap, I haven't made crafting upgrades in a while. I probably have 25 to 50 crafting upgrades I could make with my off leagues right now. So in your vids, you mentioned the on-off method. I use Genie. Prem, due to time and hourly limits, I struggle to do loads of crafting and keep League SBCs constant if I use League SBC cards and crafting. Okay. Let me see if I can guess what you're going to say. Do you have tips for people crafting on console without spending my League? Yes. So, dupe storage is going to be your best friend. If you're using Foot Genie, it's almost always, if you have it pulling from your transfers and dupe storages as well, refer to those first. So what you'll notice is if you're doing League SBCs consistently on Foot Genie, it will kind of do your console job for you by making it where your dupe storage is mainly off leagues in and of themselves and high rated cards. So like right now, I don't know what mine looks like because I'm in between doing things right now. But like in theory, if I did League SBC runs right now, I'd pull all these League SBC cards, which would leave just the off-league cards. Same thing will apply in the club. If you're to the point where you have a ton of packs already, and you have a ton of stuff in your club, and you're in the process of making League SBCs, if you're making 3 to 5 runs, another 3 to 5 runs, you're probably pulling a lot of those low-end League SBC cards, and that's going to do a good job of taking a lot of that for you already. That way you don't have to spend a lot of time putting in by hand, one by one, to make sure it's off-league cards. Another workaround with that is paying attention to tradable and untradeable. One of the things that I do with tradable and untradeable in my club is if I'm working with both of those, like I'm opening the tradable packs and I'm saving all my tradable gold commons that are not League SBC cards, if I did value low to high when I'm making these, it's only going to pull the untradables first up until the rating. So if I have it set to maybe 84, it's only going to pull the untradables all the way up to 84 before it ever touches a 75 gold common for my off leagues. But if I change that to rating low to high, and I know I'm doing a bunch of League SBCs, I know it's pulling a lot of those cards, I will almost guarantee you, right now, I still have a ton of League SBCs to do, but you might be able to do that, and it's like all low-end off-league cards. So you could take some of the stuff in your club and do a few runs. There might be a few where you have to go in by hand and place them in from the bench, but it'll be more of a litmus test of like how stacked you are for League SBCs. If it's an issue you constantly have League SBC cards in your club, you know you can do more League SBCs. But I would say dupe storage is the main one. Dupe storage will clear itself of League SBC cards, which paves the way for you to easily go in and do just dupe storage low to high. Like if I did just dupe storage low to high, this would be how you do it. And you'd have all off league cards mainly. What crafting upgrade should I be doing? What do you mean, what crafting upgrade should you be doing? There's only one crafting upgrade. Or do you mean repeatable SBC? As in, what repeatable SBC should you be doing? 84 double player pick or crafting upgrade? Is that what you meant? Got 11 jumbo packs and now 6 electrums. I opened some earlier. Okay, think about this too. Your tradable packs now, think of them as a provision in and of themselves. Whether you're holding them or whether you're opening them, they're a quicker way to get League SBC cards back into your club than you buying League SBC cards. So use that as a tool. So on average, how many runs do you do before bulk opening the untradeable League SBC packs? I find I buy all the League Portuguese batch at 3, glitch on Genie up to 18. I would say most days I'm that's a tough question. I'll usually make it where I have pockets of time where I'm getting most silver Eredivisie in League 1 and Serie A and Bundesliga in my club at some point. Then I'll just endlessly bid and fill my transfer list and go unassigned and transfer targets with silver Pro League Portuguese leagues. Then I'll attack. I usually do 3 to 5 open untradeable packs. 3 to 5 open untradeable packs. Check what I'm low on. If I have to resupply something or pull from my transfer list, do that. But I will say where I differ from you guys and where it's going to be almost impossible to emulate exactly unless you're building up packs is I purposely have so many tradable and untradeable packs at any point in time. If I ever need something, I pull from that pack. So, for example, if I notice I just did a bunch of crafting upgrades, right? Let's say I spammed open a bunch of 80 plus times 5s. I know I'm going to be overkill with the amount of gold rares I'm using if I don't fill anything else. If I keep pulling from here, it's going to keep using these. So in my head, I know I either have to open one of my untradeable packs that has commons in it, or I open jumbo gold packs and prime electrums to balance that out more. And And I have an endless supply of those at any time that I can pull from. If I need rares, if I need commons, if I need silvers. Another good thing here is, like, you'll notice today I haven't really been buying silvers as much as I usually do because we're starting to open the prom elections again. We haven't filled the transfer list yet. I'm just realizing that. Anytime it gets close to full, stuff sells. Good night, Professor Mumbo. See you, bud. What should I be using to get more League SBC cards? Craft and upgrade is going to be your best friend. I would just focus on off-league cards into the craft and upgrade to get you 80 plus times 5, which is going to be a lot of League SBC cards that you can put back into League SBCs. Like, I got 19 5 times 80 plus packs right now. Should I open? Why haven't you been opening them? Is the question. You should start doing YouTube vids to explain all this. That would be a good idea. You think? I don't know, man. Seems counterintuitive. Why would I make a YouTube video on a topic when I can just answer the same question 5 million times? I feel like that's the better way to do it. Bro finally looked away from SBCs long enough to visit competition. Yeah, I got no Eredivisie cards League 1, even though I've opened provision packs. Are you out of all your provisions? Or it sounded like you had some left, but you're waiting until your dupe storage opened up. Are you officially out of them? I'm sort of stuck. I don't know what to do. I spend a majority of my coins on those silver commons rares. Sounds like you're not out of coins because you have tradable packs you haven't opened yet. And it sounds like you have a bunch of untradable packs you haven't opened yet. So I don't know what you mean you're stuck. You have the things. You're just not opening them. Sounds like you know exactly what to do. I can do provision. Should I? You're stuck because you don't have cards. You have packs that can give you cards, but you're not opening the packs? Yes, brother, of course. Why wouldn't you? You should be doing daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, and provisions every single day. Opening those, League SBC cards into League SBCs, off leagues into crafting. Every single day. Every single day. I've honestly watched the vids, was just curious. No, I'm joking. How do you open the packs whilst unassigned? You don't. I'll go unassigned before I make said because they'll pull from transfer targets and unassigned first. So I'll specifically fill my transfers, and this is a fun fact for you guys too. Foot Genie pulls from transfer list, dupe storage, and unassigned first. So if you guys are ever mass bidding on Pro League Portuguese League and you're putting a bunch of silver rares onto your transfer list and you're only making, like, let's say 3 runs, you'll notice some of those runs may be super overkill with the amount of rares. It's not because you're running low on commons potentially. It's probably because it's pulling only from there. So my suggestion would be try to stretch it out further, get a good mix of those two things, and or store them in your club. If you have them on your transfer list, you probably already have them in your club. But if you keep them in your transfer targets, they'll do a better job of balancing. So, like, you'll notice I have a bunch of cards that I bidded on that I haven't moved yet. Actually, one second. Let me show you what I mean. Let me make some more space too. So I have 50 cards right here ready to go, but I'm not going to pull these because most of these are dupes. It would just go straight to my unassigned. So I'll go back to Foot Genie to show you guys kind of what this looks like in real time, but give me 1 second. But my SBC storage is so full, I don't know how I've been doing crafting. Okay. We're going to address this before we address anything else, Debo, because this is another time you're mentioning your dupe storage is full. Your dupe storage is full. Why are you not emptying your dupe storage? If you constantly have a full dupe storage, you can't menu grind. You're going to be working against yourself every step of the way. Do you find the transfer list feature works on Genie? As in pulling from the transfer list? Absolutely. You're going to see I'll do like 3 to 5 runs, and it'll pull almost every single card from my transfer list. I have basically a full transfer list right now. I guarantee you I do 3 to 5. It'll say like, I pulled 70 cards. Watch this. Watch and learn, boys. I'm trying, but it's full of League SBCs? Yes, because the way your template's set up, it sounds like you're not pulling League SBC cards from dupe storage. So now it's on you. We gave you the format to do it. Remember when I asked you the question and said if it's not pulling dupe storage League SBC cards, what do you think the way to make it do that is in your template? If you have a bunch of Prem cards or La Liga cards, what should you be changing in the template so it pulls from those first? There's a setting right in the template that'll do it for you. On a highway, and I'm thinking that I love her. Sorry, Ad. I'll wait. You're good. My significant lover. On a highway, and I'm thinking that I love her. Do I change just SBC storage? Nope, you don't have to change to just SBC storage. What if you have a card? I'm gonna ask 2 questions, and this is gonna, I feel like, make it click for you. If you open a pack and it's a duplicate card and it gets sent to the SBC storage, why is it considered a duplicate? Might sound like a stupid question, but why is it considered a duplicate? What does that mean if it's a duplicate? Is it worth putting my off-league comments into the 5x80 instead of the gold? Wait, time out. When you say gold rare upgrade, are you talking about the daily gold rare upgrade? Or are you talking about the gold upgrade that's always out? Before I get upset at you. Before I get upset at you. I want to make sure. Because it's already in my club. Okay, sweet. So you already have a card in your club. So think about this from the template. If your template is only going off of rating, or your template's going off of a certain amount from this league or that league, or a certain amount of rares or any of that, none of that is information from the history of when you've packed something. What is a setting you can change to where it would almost always pull from dupe storage first? the 11 commons into the 2 gold rares. Min, brother, I hope, I pray, brother, I pray you haven't been actually doing that. Brother. Brother. Redacted. Go off on him. Go off on him, please. Min, brother. You have a gold upgrade where you're putting 11 gold commons in for 2 gold rares that are 75 plus. Or you have a Hunter's Crafting upgrade where you put in 9 gold commons. You could put rares if you wanted to, but 9 gold commons. So 2 less gold commons. You get 3 more cards because you're getting 5 cards back instead of 2. And they're all 80 plus. That's why I'm asking. No, Min, you're not understanding, brother. You asking is the issue. You know when they say there's no such thing as a stupid question? I want you to think that's a stupid question. Oh, okay. Sorry. 70! Did I not say 70? Did I not say 70? DFB, did I not say watch it pull like 70? Bro, do I not know this grind or what? I love it, man. Absolutely love it. Am I not sharing my screen? Was I doing that this whole time? I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot. I've been opening packs. Whoops. Yeah, so I just made 4 to 5 League SBC runs and then pulled 70 cards off my... I still to put a smile on your face. What's the setting I should use? My ass can't think right now. So, if you have it set to high to low or low to high, I want you to click on that area. I'm not going to give you the answer. I want you to see what the answer is. This is a classroom. We're gonna have you learn in real time. Should I have a carbon monoxide leak or something today? Maybe. Most recent? Yes, sir. Because most recent means it's going to pull your most recently pulled items. So whatever you're putting into your club and or dupe storage, it's going to pull those things first. So if you add to an SBC that you're using more recent cards, it will pull from those more recent cards first. Thus, your dupe storage will be used. A chance to go watch England tomorrow for 577 bucks. So change all of my templates to just most recent for a bit. It doesn't even need to be for a bit. It's just something to keep in mind. Okay. There's also something you could do. I don't really want to recommend it because I don't want you to run into this issue. You could make it where... Nah. If it's just Prem and La Liga cards, Prem and La Liga, you'll always have way more than Bundesliga, Serie A, League One, Eredivisie, and Pro League, Portuguese League by nature. You could just clear your dupe storage by putting in dupe storage cards into the crafting upgrade and having Prem La Liga be included in that. I don't want to recommend it because I'd still rather you put them in the League SBCs. But if the only thing stopping you is Prem La Liga dupe storage filling you up, that's an easy fix. I still don't have enough cards for my league and Eredivisie. Yep. And you shouldn't. Logically, you shouldn't. You know why? It'd be weird if you did. Because you still have tradable packs, untradable packs, provisions, and liquid coins that you're making that you haven't reinvested in. Whenever I do it more than 3 times on Genie, it glitched on Premier League. I have all the cards, but it's weird. It works on 3. It always glitches for me too. Usually it's on the 5th run, the 4th finish thing. I do like going one by one. That is fun too. So what card should I be buying for League One and Eredivisie? I'm going to say it differently this time because I want you to think about it differently. I want you to do a math equation for me. For you to complete League SBCs, right? There's 4 League SBC sections. How many total cards need to be submitted? $44. Okay. How many? How should I word this? Okay. We're going to have you add them up. Prem La Liga, that pack. How many cards do you get guaranteed? Bundesliga Serie A, how many cards do you get guaranteed back? League One Eredivisie, how many cards do you get guaranteed back? And then Prime Gold at the end when you finish the run, how many do you get back? I'm not including Jumbo Gold pack in this. Just the ones that give you a guaranteed number. What is the amount of players you get back? There's a big issue. My League One Eredivisie squad is all gold rares 90% of the time. Depends on if you view it as an issue or not. Do you have hundreds to thousands of crafting upgrades you're consistently spamming, and that's why it's mainly gold rares? Or is it mainly gold rares because you have nothing in your club and you open up your remaining ones of those? Tried in multiples of 3. I gotta go back and clear. I'm gonna do on-off switch. Six, 6, 12, 12. Okay, what's that total number? Like 36, right? Like, I feel it takes so long buying commons from. Okay, I'm gonna ask a very targeted question, man. For educational reasons. When you say you're buying commons for League One, What do you mean you're buying commons? Silver commons or gold commons? There were glitches for me. Done 3. Done thousands. Okay, I'll start doing runs of 3 then. And see if that helps. Oh, shoot. I'm doing, I did all instead of just dupe storage. Whoops. So I do 12, 15, or 18 runs because it multiples of 3, never glitches. Pro tip, as you'd say. So you're getting 36 cards back from 44. So in nature, that's not even guaranteeing you're going to get the exact League SBC cards you need. You're just getting 36 players bare minimum. But you're also getting coins. You're also getting exact leagues, potentially. Meaning you're getting League SBC cards. You don't know exactly where, but you're getting League SBC cards. But the number is going down. That's important because as your coins go up, that's the difference. So early on, I'm going to explain this in a different way too. This will be really helpful to understand the bigger picture too and why exchanges are important. What is a way you can bridge that mathematical divide daily for League SBCs? What is something you could do daily that would bridge that for like the first 5 to 10 League SBC runs to be really extremely helpful? My question is, which type of League 1 and Narrative card should I buy? I'm going to answer that. I'm answering it with another question and another thing. Because I want you guys to understand the process more than the answer to your question. You want a yes or no or this thing. I'm trying to get you to see the process. Experimented with it as song goes. 3 is the magic number. It's a weird glitch with Genie. Always the Premier Liga regardless. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Okay. Are you listening? I'm going to ask for DB and Min as well, or anyone else, really. Put yes in chat if you're ready for me to talk. I'm going to yap for like 2 minutes. It's going to be extremely crucial for any sort of mini grind. Yes, okay. I asked what bridges the gap from that 36 to 44 because I want you to understand something very simple. Beginner League SBCs is 5 to 10 runs a day. Intermediate is pushing from 10 closer to 15 to 20. Once you get to the point where you're 25 plus, you're a professional League SBC grinder. If you were doing only 5 runs a day, and you told yourself you are not going to do any more past that, if you did the daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, and all 7 provisions every single day, you would basically have to buy only a few cards ever outside of the Pro League Portuguese League to do over 5 runs. Honestly, it might be to the point, if you're putting the off leagues into crafting upgrades and then opening the crafting upgrades, you genuinely it might be overkill, but you're probably only buying Pro League Portuguese League cards. I bet Premier Liga you never have to buy. Bundesliga Serie A you'd never have to buy. League 1 and Eredivisie would probably be a crap ton of League 1 gold rares and gold commons, but you probably would never have to buy them. So if you just took ad. Oh wait. We're making money off of this. It's worth it. I swear I didn't play that ad. I swear it just happened. Hopefully it's a skippable one. Hopefully it's not like one of those ads where a full YouTube channel puts their video on an ad and it's like a 2-minute ad or a 2-hour ad. Sorry, man, is that? No, you're good. Let me know when it's done. Well, you probably won't let me know if you can't hear me. $44 in, 36 out, minus 8 cards per run. Provisions, 280 cards. 280 divided by 8 equals 35. Simple math. Done. Provisions give you 35 more runs than just provision. Okay. We're not going to talk about that specifically yet. I'm just saying in general. If you only did 5 runs a day, right? I told you, gun to your head, I don't want you to ever touch more than 5 runs a day. If you did daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, you would probably have every section besides the Pro League Portuguese League completely untradeable where you didn't have to get a single card. Especially if you're doing off leagues into crafting upgrades too. You probably would have so many untradeable Pro League Portuguese League cards as well for golds especially. Where the amount of coins that you'd have to spend to complete 5 runs, you generate so much profit. It would just be pure profit. And then what you'll notice is you'd still be making pure profit as you have to buy maybe a few silvers for League 1 and Eredivisie. But when you really start mathing that out, you literally just got to understand the math of it. You're always going to have to, with League SBCs, even if you do provisions and the dailies, buy cards. There's no way around it. But that's not an issue that you have to buy cards when you can understand the mathematical formula. If you're making more than you're spending, you're in profit. Remember what we told you before? On average, if you always bought Pro League Portuguese Leagues for under 500, back then it was guaranteed profit. Now it's probably like 800 plus, to be honest, with the amount of coins in Jumbo Golds. It's literally just a never-ending process of, as long as you're spending less than you're making, that number will always go up for coins. And the amount of packs you're making will always continue to go up too. That's it. That's it. And then past that, you scale as high as you want. That's how I build out hundreds to thousands of packs. That's how I have 25 plus million coins. And then from that, if you ever want to spend it on gamble packs, reinvest more into it, buy a team and other things, you always have the option to do that. But that's literally all it is. It's as complex as you want to make it. It's also as simple as that. That's as simple as I can explain it to you. But in terms of like getting in the process of doing it, I want you to understand something real quick, Debo. Because I don't want you to feel like you're an idiot or something. Remember when I told you when you first came in here and you asked your first question of, I'm new to League SBCs? I don't think you envisioned yourself after asking that question the first time that you'd even be in the position right now where you're close to 20 runs a day. And right now you're like 10 plus, right? You are already to the intermediate level within like an hour of being in the stream and watching a single video. Can you imagine how good you're going to be by the end of the night? End of the week? End of the weekend? End of the week? It's only going to scale, right? So the things you're working out now is just the mathematical side of things. Understand the mathematics. And once you got the mathematics, that gives you the freedom to just boom, 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 boom. And the reason I say that is, for example, I'll give you a perfect one. Which type of silver commons, rares, or gold commons? Perfect. I'm glad you asked that because that's exactly what I'm trying to get at. Remember when I said if you're constantly putting off leagues in your dupe storage into crafting upgrades, how you're never ending building this out that you can put back into League SBCs. These are all 80 pluses. If I'm doing League 1 in Eredivisie, and I have any amount of League 1 in Eredivisie gold rares that I'm getting, if I'm getting those from the 80 double in League SBCs, I literally could probably get away with having a full silver League 1 in Eredivisie team outside of those golds, with a bunch of 150 League 1 in Eredivisie bids on silvers. I'm not saying that should be the only thing you have in your club, or you need to do that every single time. I'm just saying, if you used 3 rares and you bought 8 commons, let's say you did 200 by now. If you did 8 times 200, you spent 1,600 coins to complete that SBC section. If I open a Prime Electrum, how often do you think I'm going to make more than 1,600 coins? You see what the quick sell value is? So it's not a bad question what you're asking. You're asking a good question in terms of what do you need to get. I'm having you try to see the mathematics of it to realize, oh crap, I'm literally probably every single time not only making profit, I'm probably making so much profit that I genuinely don't need to worry about this. So what I want you to get from that is, even if you did it just once a day, filled up and got one of every single League 1 in Eredivisie silvers, right? You had that stretch in with your provisions, right? Let's say before you did your daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, and provisions, you just got like 50 to 100 League 1 in Eredivisie for 150, 200. Think about how many more League SBC runs that would stretch. Because how many times do you think you do your provisions? I know you're new to it today, but think about how many people do their daily provisions right into League SBCs, and they're probably either submitting a full gold rare League 1 team or a mix of gold rares and gold commons. There's basically 0 silvers. You could probably make it stretch way further because you only need a 74 rating. And the reason why that's so important is that's the difference between someone maybe doing 10 runs a day, like you're around 10 right now. That tip alone will not only make you more coins, it'll make you probably 20 plus runs a day just off of that. Silver, commons, or rares? I'm gonna ask another question back to you. When would you need rares? It'll mainly be silver commons. You can get rares. There'll be times you're short on rares, but if you're short on rares, it's probably because you're short on crafting upgrades to a certain extent. I'm not saying you're always going to have them covered by the gold rares. A majority of them will be. Does that make sense? Hey, I'm new here. I'm blowing out the coin balance compared to the season pass. Do you grind the menus or do you play games as well? If so, when you have some spare time, can I see the team? I mainly do the menus and grind. Here's my Sunderland team when I'm playing the plus Neymar and best player better than Messi. So when you don't have gold rares? Yes. But, okay, this is going to be nerdy, but I want you to understand too. Actually, I'm going to have you do it by hand. I'm going to have you, whether you go to the transfer market through your squad or you do it through just the transfer market in general, I want you to do me a favor right now, Debo. I want you to look up 2 things for me. How much are silver rares for League 1 in Eredivisie? By now, for us on console, they don't even go for 350 by now, so we can get these on bid for 300. Okay? Yeah, we got to buy that in Gulu card. So we can buy these for 300. You know what we can also do? The math doesn't have to change. See that? The math doesn't have to change. Look at how many bronze rare Eredivisie are. If I went through once a day and stocked one of each in my club for the bronze rares, the silver rares. If I did the silver rares for 300, yeah, I'm spending a little more than 200. But let's say I did some bids for 150 on the silver commons. They'd overall balance out. But do you think it's going to be make or break if the average was 250 per card instead of 200? No. We're still in so much profit. What I'm hoping you get at that is going back to the question you asked, because I think this is important. You're caught up on, do I need to get silver commons in the club? Rares? Should I get some gold commons, gold rares? Yes. Get them all. Because price is irrelevant. It's all profit. Get some gold commons. You want to do some gold commons bids because you're afraid the rating's going to be too low? Get some gold common League Ones in your club for 300. Get some silver rares for 300. Get some silver commons for 150, 200. Get some bronze rares and commons for 150, 200. It's all going to be the same. You're just... The only thing that's stopping you... Get this. I'm going to make it make even more sense. Basically, it doesn't matter because how much money I'll be making. Yep. So, you're asking the wrong question. You're asking questions in terms of what you should realistically get into your club so you can do this. I want you to ask or at least see from the perspective of you should always have stuff in your club or gonna be in your club. Club and in your club. Always. You should always have packs. You should always have coins. And it should be a never-ending process. If you don't have cards in your club and you can't do League SBCs, is it because your dupe storage is full? Clear your dupe storage. Is it because you have all these off leagues? Off leagues into the crafting upgrades. It should always be going towards something. Getting low on coins now. Should I open my tradable packs? Yep. At this point, your coins should be going already in an upwards trajectory from what you're already doing. So, opening all your tradable packs now might actually be a good idea so you can see this math, because visually I think that's going to help you a ton. So, actually, before you do, how many of each tradable pack do you have? How many jumbo golds do you have and how many prime electrums? We can average math this out. How many liquid coins do you have right now? You said you started with 50k. How many liquid coins do you have right now? And how many jumbo gold packs do you have? And how many prime electrums? Because then what you're going to do is I want you to have a rough estimate of how many coins you're making per pack and use that as an average. I like to go off the quick sell value. That way we can use that as a more kind of accurate bare minimum. So like if I open a jumbo gold pack, what was this? 1 second, let me do that. I'm going to do the quick sell value again. We'll do a prime electrum and a jumbo gold. I'm at 8.3k and I bought a bunch of silver commons first. Yep. So you'll have those. I don't want you to care about that cost right now though, because you can say like, oh yeah, I put 10 to 20k worth of these in your club. You can account for that. That's important. If you want to like count that after, you can. But you have 11 jumbos and 6 electrums. Okay. So let's do a jumbo first. And again, this isn't going to count any of the additional value in it. This isn't going to count any of the kits that are 10k, the Tifus that are 2k, right? Look at the quick sell value of this single jumbo gold. That would mean just off of the jumbo golds, not counting your electrums, not counting any of the untradable packs you still have in your club from crafting upgrades or provisions that you could continue to open, continue to put into League SBCs, even if it's untradeable. You're not spending coins to get more tradable packs, to make more coins. Just the jumbo golds alone, if you did that math, you would have more coins than what you started with tens of thousands of silvers in your club worth of players, and 6 electrums, and all your untradables. So your bare minimum, probably at 60k. Remember when I said I wouldn't be surprised? I said most people make like $1 million a week once you really get into it. Most people make about 100k a day on average then. I wouldn't be surprised if you're closer to 100k than 60k. If you really were looking at it. You'll have a question. Does he answer messages? I'm waiting for you to ask your question. Yes, sir. Does that make sense, Debo? As I say that, I get the red pitch color. It's like 1500. How do I do this grind if I don't have Team of the Week or FOF players? I watch all your vids, but still get lost on that. So, it sounds like you're lost on other things, and not the fact you don't have Team of the Week or FOF players, because it sounds like you're not menu grinding, would be my analysis of that. Actually, I'm going to start doing something. This isn't demeaning, I'm just curious. So, could you guys, if you're comfortable, could you tell me how old you are in chat? Because this also gives me a perspective. If I'm talking to someone who's 40 versus I'm talking to an 8-year-old, it helps me a lot when it comes to, like, how I talk about things. Okay, you're 15. So, Team of the Weeks, you're only going to get if you do the Team of the Week upgrade. You can make those with the menu grind at any point in time. We show you how to do that. So you're not stuck on that. You're just not doing it. If you don't have any FOF players, it's probably because you're not packing any. And if you're probably not packing any, it's because you're not opening packs. Because if you open any amount of packs, I feel like the pack weight is so good on this promo that you're packing stuff. But let me ask the question. You're saying to do this grind, are you talking about the 89 plus grind? Because that needs FOF cards, but League SVCs don't. If you're trying to do the League SVC grind, that's not stopping you in at all. And if anything, if you're doing the League SVC grind, you're getting those FOF cards. Yeah, I sort of got to wrap my head around it. And like I said, the more you do it, the more it'll click, the more it'll make sense. Don't worry too much about it. Look at that. Over 3,700 quick sell value for that. So I'm basically doubling my coins every single time if I put silvers into this. If I went off a quick sell value. Obviously, I store things. Obviously, some things go for more. Some things get recycled into League SBCs. It's not going to be that perfect number, but you get the deal. 1821. I opened two. Okay. So I am Star. You're telling me, brother, you opened 2,000 crafting upgrades and you couldn't get a single promo card, or you couldn't, with the amount of fodder you got from that, build out any Team of the Weeks? That sounds like user error, brother. Only get high rateds? I did, but high rateds? Okay. I'm assuming you mean promo cards. You only got good promo cards that you don't want to put in. Okay. Why couldn't you make Team of the Week upgrades with that? I'm sure you watched our video where we show you exactly how you could make unlimited Team of the Week upgrades from League SBCs and constantly clear your dupe storage so that you never have to worry about a Team of the Week again. It sounds like that would have been perfect for you to do with the 2K 80 times 5s. You put everything into Putellas? Okay. So it sounds like it worked. You just were extremely wasteful and put everything into a single woman. You put all your time, attention, money, and resources into a woman, and she doesn't help you with the grind at all. She left you with nothing. Now you just go again, brother. You keep going. Go back to the grind that built that up. And the next time a woman comes around, don't give her everything, okay? Yeah, I'm so confused. So I have Gold League 1 in Eredivisie, but it ain't using it in my SBC. So read off to me. Read off to me what your SBC says. I like Foot Genie so much more than Pale Tools because everything you're saying sounds like a headache to me. I like it straightforward where I just have it make it for me. But what you're doing is coding. You got to understand the code. And like, I don't even want you to use my Pale Tools template, to be honest, because that's months ago. I want you to make your own. But what is the code telling you? Read it out to yourself. If it's not using cards, ask yourself why that is. If you changed it to most recent and you just club stocked 200 silvers for League 1 and you haven't opened any gold packs or anything since, do you expect it to put in any golds if you're on most recent? I don't know if it is or not, but that's how I'd think about it. I'd be like, okay, it's only putting silvers in. I have all these golds. Why isn't it using them? Oh, is it on most recent? I just did all this. That's why opening packs in a certain way is really useful. Remember when I said when I'm short on things, I'll open specific packs? That goes into the most recent thing. If I open a bunch of 80 plus times 5s, if I spammed open the 68 I have here, I know it's heavily going to pull from gold rares. I want to balance that out with silvers. I want to balance that out with gold commons. Just says gold, no rarity, silver, Eredivisie. I changed it back to high to low. Are you out of golds in your club? I have a few 80 plus times 5. Let me open them. If you're opening all League SBC cards you get from that should go back into League SBCs, in my opinion, if you're trying to keep the grind going. But you built out 2,000, so it sounds like you knew what you were doing. I'm confused on how you're struggling to build it back up. I know you put everything into Putelis, but unless I'm not understanding something. It generally must be. Yeah, it's just club maintenance. That's something I would keep an eye on too. Like as you're doing this, think of it like a vehicle. You want your vehicle to get from point A to point B. If you have a car and you have to get to work, you want it to get to work. Because when you get to work and you do work, it makes you money. What's going to stop you from making money if you get fired from your job because you're there late? Because your car's out of gas and you're pulled over on the side of the road because you didn't fill up your gas. When your gas is completely empty, if your tank's on E, you have an issue because you're out of gas, but the bigger issue is you saw you're probably running low on gas and you didn't do anything about it. Or you're completely oblivious and you didn't know that was a thing. If it's the case you didn't know, now you know, now it's something to look for. So it's a balancing act. What can you open? What can you do? How many coins you have? You have all these places you're pulling from, so now it'll never be an issue again. Oh, you know what, too? I just realized something. Pale tools in general. I don't know if you're using an exact amount of rares or how you're going about it. It is more common on pale tools for people to use exactly the amount of rares and the exactly amount of commons, whether that be silver commons or gold commons needed. That's not bad in theory. But if your template's set to mainly golds, League SBCs in general, if you're opening crafting upgrades and the prime gold and all that stuff, you're going to have way less gold commons you're getting than gold rares. So it's going to be more gold rare dominant in general. That's another reason why we're always filling our clubs with silver commons to a certain extent, is to help balance that out. But I can't open much over an SBC because I've been stuck trying to do this one. Might have to get Foot Genie. Brother. By the time you complete this single SBC that you're struggling, there's probably 5 people that are lurking in chat right now that have done 10 League SBC runs in the amount of time you've done one. Would be my guess with Foot Genie. Not as a you suck, but as a just the general speed of Foot Genie. Squeeze out 3 Team of the Week packs. Should I do an 8410 or an 86 before? What do you... 8410 basically gives you the fodder for an 8410. Plus more of other stuff. You could potentially get another promo card. You could get other stuff. If you did everything into an 86-6, that's not bad. You're just not going to probably put those cards right back into an 8410. So I'd probably do the 8410s first. I might be stupid. No. All right. I'm going to be wrapping up soon, though. Any, like, big looming questions? We're going to go to Foot Genie again. I'm going to spam some packs. I have untradables that haven't opened yet. When I walk in a room, that's just me and you. We'll have some different video. I guess a question to you guys. Is there anything you'd want a specific video on? I know we have a lot of videos that cover everything kind of like baseline. Like, oh, League SBCs will help you with this, but we have that video that goes into League SBCs. This is how you do a crafting upgrade, but we have a video on League SBCs. This is how you open packs, but we have a video on this. We have the suggestion of how to like consistently club stock. The idea of like getting those cards in your club, how I'm doing it. That's one of them. Specifically going over the tradable packs. I know we just made a video today on why I save tradable packs, but I'll most likely make a separate one on the math behind like, dude, jumbo golds have all these items and like I show the screenshots and other stuff. Just got 96 in cap yet? Jeez, dude. W. How's Foot Genie work? Gonna try a free trial. Speaking of Foot Genie, we have a full grind video in the grind playlist on step-by-step tutorial for Foot Genie if you're trying to see how it works efficiently. We're gonna hop to Foot Genie here in a second to do it in real time as well. Got another video? Yep. We have the Foot Genie step-by-step tutorial one. We also, too, if you look at our video from the other day, it's us doing League SBCs in real time. Just kind of like what that looks like, spam, how I'm restocking in real time. If you want to see more of a glimpse of kind of what I'm about to show you on stream is like, yeah, I'm doing 3 runs, running out of this. Let me quickly just buy these. Hey, we're going to do this. Let me quickly buy that. Used to think I was good at menu grinding, but look at you. Brother, you want to know what's funny? We make videos on these menu grinds. There's people in our community who put me to shame. They see me set goals of 10,000 crafting upgrades, and they laugh at the fact that I haven't even hit 1,000 yet. There's people who see my 25 million coins, and they laugh and say I thought he was good at this game. They're different gravy, brother. Okay, bunch of space in dupe storage. We're gonna open our untradeable packs that we haven't finished from League SBCs. Never had more than 1 mil. I'm gonna be honest. I get 600k to waste it. My man, you're gonna love League SBCs then, because anytime you get to 1 mil, you're gonna be like, all right, what promo pack am I getting this time? All right. We're going to do the, we'll call it the Everton method. Shout out DFB. Groups of 3. Where's the link to your Discord? In the description or !mark Discord in chat. See how smooth this is? We just did 3 runs. I didn't have to use a single brain cell. Could you imagine this with exchanges? Generally, if they remove the daily SBC limit like they did last year, there's no SBC bans, I genuinely think I could make 100,000 packs. Alright, I always have these stuck in here. I'm going to do this by hand. I'm going to put a Lineker in. I joined, but I low-key first impression of you was so bad. I watched your infinite grind and your camera was so bad. Wait, I have the same camera now. What do you mean? Can you do another? Yeah. Premium mix, autocomplete set, allow tradable players, allow excluded leagues, use storage first, use transfer / unassigned duplicates, solve multiple times. I use up to 84, low is 45. 1, 2, 3, generate solutions. If I have them, it won't say anything. If I don't have them, it'll tell me what I don't have. So it'll find the solutions for me. Skipped League 1 in Eredivisie, skipped League 1. So 2 of the runs, I don't have enough League 1 in Eredivisie. So this kind of does that, what questions you had for Pale Tools, this kind of tells you, hey, check engine lights on, League 1 and Eredivisie you're low on. So first thing I'm going to do when I hear that, my quick fix is, okay, let's do a silver check. I don't see any grayed out, so we're probably low on a bunch of these. Also, too, probably out of a bunch of gold commons. Would be my guess. This is going to stock up for a minute. Typing with a broken hand. It was lagging. Oh, like it was off put. Like my mouth wasn't talking at the same time. You could hear it. You know what's funny? These glitched silver rares that pop up, we're buying them for 200 and they quick sell for 252. 253 in that one, or 235. I bet, could someone just go in and just silver rare 200? No shot. Guys, it's impossible to not make coins in this game. If you guys want to do that. Silver rares, 200. Just quick sell every single one you pick up. Make tens of thousands of coins a day easily. Boom. Video topic. Okay. Another thing too, and why I like doing the 89 plus summer tournament, is the Electrum Players Pack. That does a really good job of getting the gold common and silver common players back to my club. What you'll notice is, like, I've been heavily doing some prime Electrums and then the untradeable ones. I haven't really touched jumbo golds. Another reason why it seems like I'm low on gold commons is because I have all these. I have 100 plus jumbo golds. I think this number started under 40 today, so I think I've done like 60 League SBC runs. So, like, it makes sense that I'm low. You just want to say that your content is awesome. When I started doing the League SBCs, I got tradable Saka, so thank you, dude. Hey, GG, man. W. How do you open packs like that? I think it's a free feature. It's just the auto open. I'm gonna have to turn it on in the foot GD setting. I'm not sure. See, so now it tells me I have everything by not giving me a signal. But what it'll do too, and what you can do is if you made higher sets, like I made a set of 3 here, it'll show me what it's put in each. So like I can tell if something was overkill. Like look at that one. Look at what Syrian Bundesliga is using. Look at all those gold rares. And then what uses gold commons. Now, on the surface, that might seem overkill. But if it's overkill because my dupe storage is filled with them, that's perfectly fine. Shit's goated. I was struggling to do 1. I did like 10 in the meantime. I'm telling you, brother, it changes the game completely. This is as hard as it will ever be. Now, I will tell you, this is something you're going to probably want to do. And I'm going to tell you right now to not do it, as tempting as it is. So, you see the Glory Hunters crafting upgrade right here? If I went to autocomplete, let's say I didn't do League SBC card, or let's say I used League SBCs and off leagues. Let's say I used up to 84. I did multiple times. If I went to, it only can do up to 50 at once, but if I went to generate solutions, I bet I could do 50 right now. Yeah, it will make more than 50. Anyone who has the paid version and you want to do this, I would highly encourage you to not. You can do it, but every single one of these you make is a use. And you have daily uses. Free version has like, what is it, 30 to 50 daily? The paid, you have 300 SBC uses, is technically up to 600, I believe, if you include old gen and new gen together. Think of these 50, divide that by 4, or whatever number you're doing for this. If you made 100 crafted upgrades on here, divide that by 4, you missed out on 25 League SBC runs that you could have made easier on here. I'm not saying you should never make crafting upgrades on here. I'm just saying focusing on using things that are harder to make, like having it do summer historical tournament for you rather than having to worry about doing it yourself, that makes more sense. Premium mix, having it do this for you instead of you sitting there struggling and doing it on console, that makes more sense. Now, what I need to do, I need to educate myself at some point. I'm not going to do it today. But there's a rule set editor here. This is kind of the PAX version of Pale Tools. You'll see it says expand to edit rules. There's rule sets you can make. I just need to do a better job of understanding this and figure out exactly how I want to set it for something. Because in theory, you could set different rules where you could have it open for you. And for example, let's do Prime Electrums. I could set one maybe where it's like, I want to open the Prime Electrums, which is a tradable pack. And kind of the way I was doing it on console, where it's like all the League SBC cards I'm stored in my club or stored on the transfer list. Non-League SBC cards I want to quick sell. That seems great in theory, but I want to make sure it works, because if I pack a tradable icon, is it going to make it so that a tradable icon is not a Prem La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, League 1 Eredivisie, Pro League, Portuguese League? Therefore, it's going to quick sell my tradable icon. How about the promo cards? If I pack a promo card that's not in a league, is it going to quick sell that? If you're not paying attention, very quickly those things could get out of line. I like doing it for the untradables because the rule set by default is usually the store it in your club. If it's a duplicate, store it in your dupe storage and have it stop making packs once their dupe storage is full. Should I open some of my tradable packs now that I'm running low on coins? Yeah, I would. I would also, too, I would try to get your coins to over 100K and keep getting it higher and higher. I would try to get your coins to a point where you don't have to worry about them anymore. Right now, your coins are the lowest they'll ever be. Once you're later this week, you're probably, honestly, you might have hundreds of thousands of coins by then if you keep this up. Outside of any crazy pack pull that you could get at any point. Yeah. So what I would do if I were you, I would get to a liquid coin. I would open your tradable packs to a point where you have enough coins where you feel comfortable always restocking. Would be the way I'd look at it. Like, you should have enough coins at any point where anytime it makes sense for you to just do a bunch of buy nows or bids, you don't have to worry about it. For how much should I list the shadows right now? They're 500 coins. I picked up for 150, 200. I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't looked at Chemstyle prices since I sold 25,000 anchors the other week. How many consumables do we still have? I still have... Oh, forgot to mention this as well. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys. I stack consumables. I have over 15,000 consumables I haven't sold yet. So you remember how I said I was still in profit doing all these runs and all the other stuff? That's not counting the 7,000 plus chem styles I still have. That's not counting the healings. Oh, Mumbo, why don't you quick sell the healings for 30 coins? These will never sell. These were all selling this week for 300 buy now within 5 minutes, by the way. So anyone who's ever quick sold one of these for 30 coins, you missed out on 10xing your coins on every single one. And I'm one of those people because I had tens of thousands of these throughout the year that I'd quick sell in big groups if they weren't selling for 200. So if there's ever a reason to hold on to stuff that's not up in value, let that serve as an example. It might feel worth it, like, oh, I'm never going to sell this. Let me get the extra 30 coins. I'm telling you, all it takes is one thing to change, and you have so much more. For example, I have 189 Saudi League. How much is Saudi League going for? Let's say a player SBC comes out where Saudi League's popping. Or right now, it was at 400's the lowest there. I could list a bunch of Saudi Leagues for 400 when I have an open transfer list, a fully open. If I sell 180 of those for 400 coins, that's a hefty chunk that I would have quick sold at some point instead. Sell for 400? Go for it. Yeah, if you need the coins. So that's just something to keep in mind too. What's the rule again for Jumbos and Electrum? There's a million different rules depending on the very specific niche grind you're doing. So not all rules are the same. My rule for me, because I'm never running out of coins, I'm never running out of packs, is getting as many League SBC cards back into the club as possible. And for me, to avoid ever having to bid on them again, I can open a pack to get them. That's also another thing, too. If you're sick of having to bid on cards to restock, you'll notice that packing them and just saving them, taking a little less coins for that pack to keep them, infinitely worth it when you're already making profit. So that kind of answers your questions on rule for the tradable packs. Treat it like a provision in and of itself. What should I do now since my coins are low? Open your tradable packs, brother. You answered that already. All right. I got to watch my boy Nilsson and Gulo absolutely ball out. Any last remaining questions? I'm going to get a bunch of League One silvers in my club too. We're going to do some more League SBCs off stream. I'm also going to make a crap ton of crafting upgrades. My question is then, what do I quick sell or list? That is completely up to you. How much room do you have on your transfer list right now? If it's basically all open, I would do the jumbo gold packs and I would sit there and I'd look at every single one of those kits, every single one of those badges, every single one of those different things, and just become familiar with different stuff. I probably have stuff in my club right now that's worth a lot that I don't even realize I'm holding on to. But if I did, for example, what was it cosmetics? No, what's the, it's not structure, is it? No, it's cosmetics. Animated seafood. What's the, badge kits, balls, crowd chants, club anthem, player celebrations. Where would, the cannons and stuff be? I might get over 4,000 coins for that one. 2,000 coins for this one. Okay, so I would start. I'll have that be one of the next videos I make. I'll open jumbo gold packs on a video and also show a bunch of screenshots of things that like to look at. All right, I gotta go, guys. Have a good night. God bless. We will see ya Wednesday. Adios. Peace.